everybody, how's it going? It's Stormedegree Reacts, and we'll go back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to Nostalgia Critic's newer video of his review on the movie Baby Day Out. Now, this is a movie I actually know pretty well. This is a movie where, and it was one of those like classic cartoon stories where like a character is chasing after like a baby or a young character, and there's like all manner of like wacky like chasing involved, like think Animaniacs with Buttons and Mindy, or think I don't know, it's kind of like very Tom and Jerry-ish, except again like you're chasing after the person that you want to keep safe. So that's another example. I don't know, like that's the best way that I can describe it. I've watched classic cartoons a lot, so I know this one. I know how this like premise works, but they decided to make a whole movie about it, and honestly, it was fairly funny for me. But I don't know how it holds up to nowadays. It probably, maybe I forgot about something that Doug will help point out for me, but it's his job to do so. So let's take a look at what Doug thinks about this movie in 3, 2, 1.
This episode brought to you by Factor,
Okay.
America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Also brought to you by Bespoke Post.
All right, just,
get your box of awesome today.
Glad to be back in the Nostalgia video. I meant to react to this one earlier, but just couldn't get around to it. I was trying to do a bunch of other videos on top of that one as well, so oh boy, what's going on?
Critic! Critic!
Yeah? Where's Doug?
Critic!
Why are you looking through the cabinets of it?
Critic! Critic! I figured it out!
What? You figured out what?
The greatest conspiracy of all time.
What is it?
What is it, man?
We remember Berenstain Bears instead of Berenstain Bears because they're from another dimension!
What?
No, that's not it. It's because Berenstain is a more common name. If you say it really fast, they kind of sound alike. Also, the cursive A looks very similar to a cursive E, so it's an easy mix-up.
Well, I have this parallel dimension theory about Oscar Mayer.
Same thing. The A looks like an E. It's just upside down.
Well, how about...
George's tail. Most monkeys have tails. That's
What?
not such a big reach.
But then there's...
Fruit Loops. That's literally how fruit is spelled. Why wouldn't you think that?
Well, you can't explain...
Monopoly guy's monocle. He's a human version of Mr. Peanut. Another
What?
easy mistake.
Oh.
See, everybody thinks there's a big, crazy reason why all these Mandela effects happen.
Wait, that one. Everyone thinks Nelson Mandela died.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time, it's just easy to explain reasons that honestly make a lot of sense. There's no parallel dimension or secret government cover-ups. Most of the time, it's just people are dumb.
I guess
I
you're
mean,
right.
that's a fair enough
You
point.
want to know
but...
the weirdest theory I had?
Not really.
Everybody swears you reviewed Baby's Day Out, and I thought there was a timeline where maybe you did.
No, that one's true.
What?
Wait. What?
It's not looking good. The Baby Day Outians have brainwashed all their reality.
Everyone is convinced that you never reviewed Baby's Day Out. Monsters.
Wait, this is totally real?
Of course, Malcolm. They want to destroy all the bad reviews of the movie.
Just look at that flat, apocalyptic world with great cheating.
dear.
This is happening, man.
Well, I want to help.
Nope.
Just no.
Nah, just kidding. Come on, you knucklehead.
Oh.
Baby, stay up!
Oh, enjoy your time in that dimension.
This is the perfect tone for this kind of movie.
Alright.
Whenever this film is brought up to me, it's in one of two ways. One is
Yeah.
asking, hey, when are you gonna review Baby's Day Out? And the other being, man, I really loved your review of Baby's Day Out. I'll be honest, even I thought I reviewed this movie at one point. I think this
Dang.
happened because it's like a mix between Mr. Magoo and some of the lesser John Hughes movies like Flubber or Home Alone 3, which all of those I've reviewed. A part of me was actually pretty content having people think I've reviewed this even though I didn't. But then I saw several clips of this movie have over 1 million views. Really? The 1994 movie that doesn't even have a Blu-ray release? The box office bomb that got Siskel and Ebert into one of their biggest fights?
I'm really surprised that you
really?
should be ashamed of yourself.
Go back and find out who attended that sneak preview. I saw all those children are in dear jeopardy of becoming
We attended-
Roger Ebert.
God, they could
Dang.
argue about anything. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure most of these hits are from viewers that are about the same age as the protagonist. But still, between the people who grew up with it, people who still watch it, and people who want me to review it so much they think I already did, I probably should check it out. So I'm finally gonna take a look for the first time. Again, maybe.
Whoa! Oh, Fruit of the Loom has that weird horn thing in this world.
There is so much uselessness you are ready to explore.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
he's
definitely
having the
gonna
time
go
of his
for you
life, at
too,
least.
As we take a look at Baby's Day Out.
Alright, let's do it.
It opens with the film, I guess making it clear this is supposed to be like one of those little golden books, but I don't know, I didn't see many crotches being set on fire in those. Not that I couldn't use a few. We're introduced to Baby Bink. Yes, that is the main character's name.
Oh, really?
In a nursery that looks more like where Mother May-I keeps her prisoners as opposed to a kid's room.
It kinda
They
does.
boarded a big blue bus. They were on their way to the big city.
You ain't fooling me, lady. The opening credits weren't here a second ago.
Baby's having his picture taken this morning.
His parents are Lorraine and Ben, played by Lara Flynn Boyle and Matthew Glave.
Say hello to old Willie for me.
Old Willie isn't doing it.
What the hell are you implying? Oh, the photographers, yeah. Cut to three criminals, played by Joe Mantegna, Joe Pantoliano, and Brian Haley.
Mind if we call you Joe to avoid confusion?
They pose as children's photographers in order to kidnap the baby and hold him ransom. But does that
Oh,
sound much
the
worse than what he has
outfits.
to put up with from his own family?
Bye-bye.
Ugh.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh,
Oh,
bye-bye.
dude, why are you putting your thumbs in
That's what
actually in
happens
your
when the
nose?
Coco Melon
That's
channel
disgusting.
gets drunk. The nanny is played by Cynthia Nixon. Yeah, like I watch enough Sex in the City to make a joke about that. Who prepares Bink to be photographed.
I am Mr. Charlie, photographer, the babe.
I'd say, how can you not tell it's obviously a fake artist by 1994? It's how Tim Burton looked.
Ugh. Oh, what the heck?
A little young to read Ralph Steadman's Animal Farm, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's in for
That's what I
post-Home
was
Alone
getting
John
from
Hughes.
that.
Surprised there hasn't been a crotch shot yet.
Oh!
I take it back. I'm surprised there's not a character just named crotch shot in this.
May I ask?
I mean, it seems like a movie where that would be a
small favor?
running gag for one
May I
character.
have some time alone with the child?
Out, get out of my house. If there's any other response from the mother, the baby deserves to be taken away from
What did he say, actually? 'Cause I didn't quite hear it. Hold on.
Out, get out of my
Okay,
house if
back.
named crotch shot in this.
May I ask one small favor? May I have some time alone with the child?
Yeah, you don't say that.
Out,
no.
get out of my house. If there's any other response from the mother, the baby deserves to be taken away from her.
I
Yeah.
need to study his marvelous little features. He does well with the persons he is not.
Oh, that did not age well at all, did it?
with.
Oh my god!
Say
Indeed.
check a watch list, but would talk like that, just check a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Like he's the silhouetted guy in all those drawings.
I'll be back in 15 minutes.
You'll be back in 15 years, lady. They, of course, leave, and the crooks take the baby. Again, after the way he was talking, I think it's the least horrible scenario. And the mother discovers she's been duped.
Where's Bink?
With their intelligence, I doubt they'd even know how. Who is this Police? They
My
say they want
gosh.
$5 million for his return, which makes sense. I should buy them some lessons on the bare minimum of looking after a baby.
Yeah.
How do you tell the front from the
I mean, if you couldn't... I mean, Doug is right. If you can't tell that this guy wants to kidnap your child, then yeah, they kind of deserve this. But so, oh no, kind of works in this movie's favor. Almost.
back on these diapers? Are there pockets in the front?
Wouldn't this be like abducting a dog and not knowing how dog food works?
Put him in them
Kind
regular
of.
baby clothes. That fruit suit's a giveaway that he's a rich kid.
Oh, I'm starting to see why this was taken off at Disney Plus.
Keep an eye on him. That little doo-doo machine is my retirement money.
How classic Chicago gangsters talk. I remember when Al Capone used to say, "Farts!" The mother says she's gonna go looking for her baby while the cops stop her in dialogue that's eerily similar, like all of Hughes's work after Home Alone.
There are 5 million people in this city and thousands of places where your boy could be.
Your son is lost in one of the biggest cities in the world.
Have you ever lost a child?
Dang.
No, ma'am.
Then you can't possibly know how I feel.
I apologize.
Wow, it really is that similar.
Yes, ma'am.
And what would you do if one of them was missing?
I'd probably be doing the same thing you're doing.
Thank you.
It's also ridiculous to feel any sympathy for this woman when she was tricked so easily.
Yeah.
You can't possibly know how I feel.
I heard you were
I mean,
duped
you
by
don't-
Three Stooges costumes and abandoned your child the same way someone would abandon a cookie to Cookie Monster. So I imagine
Yeah.
you're feeling dumb. The baby sees
Honestly,
birds.
she's acted more like... She's acted more like sassy about, like, you can't imagine how I feel. But it's clear that it's just not... Because, like, again, if I lost my child for any reason, I would be, again, freaking the F out, probably screaming at the top of my lungs at all moments, and not just being like almost semi-annoyed about it that someone's like, "Oh, it's gonna struggle to find it." So, yeah.
Outside and climbs out on a ledge, following them.
Oh.
Okay, even on the shitty quality DVD, I can tell that's not the actor. It looks more like Patrick Warburton trying to be a Dick
Oh
Tracy
wow,
villain.
it really isn't them.
Hey, Ed, what happened?
This movie so quickly gets tired of its own slapstick that Mantegna gets another crotch shot, and he already seems numb to it.
Maybe that's why. You know, at this rate, he's gonna have to kidnap babies to make a legacy. Not after all, his legacy's about to be destroyed by the end of this.
Was there an earth tremor in this alleyway, or was someone just really lazy about combining these two shots? Though that would mean someone would have to half-ass something in this movie, and I just can't believe that.
Oh, and there's the
Gets
blue
out on the
bus they were
street and
talking
hops
about.
on the bus because it reminds him of the bus in the storybook.
Right. How did he get on there without anyone knowing?
Yeah, if I was a criminal, I'd drive something as inconspicuous as that. What the hell even is that thing?
Yeah.
It looks like if the Indians from Peter Pan designed Homer's car of the future. Even the turtle van would be like, dude, you need like a fedora hat or something.
Driver, next
Wow.
stop, please.
The baby gets into a lady's bag as the crooks stop the bus.
Did baby get off this bus?
No baby, but it looks like Carol's blowing.
Oh my gosh, he does look like Peter Griffin.
They see the baby in the bag, and rather than, oh, I don't know, just say their baby's in the bag, they
just
follow
try to
her and
grab
get
it.
beat up.
Yeah. Good word.
Can I just pretend the same guy didn't write these? I have
Yeah.
to understand humanity with this information.
Jeez.
The baby makes his way into Macy Fields when a lady stops him and thinks she's returning him to the child care center.
There you go, my little escape artist.
What are you in for?
Look who's talking, you.
Baby geniuses.
Get away from me. He leaves the child care, which honestly he was there for so little I don't even know why it was written in. And oh boy, Mr. Duncan never recovered from not giving that money to the children's hospital, did he? Come on, hookers and blow don't pay for themselves.
What?
The baby makes his way in a cab when the parents get a tip-off of where their son might be. Oh yeah, that's the brown hair on my blonde kid's head. Oh, fake out, darn!
You have a beautiful little boy.
Hey, he's close enough. I'll take him.
But she's a girl.
I'll take him.
I believe in my heart.
My gosh, she is not doing it for a second. Like, her acting is not doing. Again, if I think that that's my child, I would be ecstatically relieved initially, and then be like freakishly disappointed if I find out it was mine. And plus, yeah, this child looks nothing like the original. And I do remember liking this mainly for just like its classic slapsticky stuff, but I could see why the movie would get sick of its own slapstick right away. But yeah, she's not doing a good job with her acting so far.
That someone somewhere watches over the babies.
You see, I read the Bible and nothing bad ever happens to babies in there.
I've been
What the
possessed
heck?
by delicious food. That delicious food being factor.
What?
Now
Okay,
that it's summer, you might.
Sorry, this is a good setup for a commercial, but I have to skip this.
Is a week. Hope
Alright,
to see you
There
there.
we go.
The baby makes its way to that famous Chicago zoo simply called Zoo, and the crooks aren't far behind.
Why is nobody stopping?
Worry
Clearly
about
they
stunt
could see
baby.
the
He
child
wouldn't
in the
endanger
road.
life of that driver.
Oh!
Man, that guy was listening to his sound effects loud. Thank God he was nowhere near our feet.
I worked at Burger King 3 years. This is worse than that.
Agreed, I'd rather work at Burger King for 3 years than watch this hour-and-a-half long movie. They named the website Chris Hansen uses to catch predators.
Baby tracks.
And they follow them to the guy in a gorilla suit exhibit. And tell me if you make sense of this scene.
What?
Oh, I get it. We're all insane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Funny enough, this is one of the few scenes I actually think is done well. Because it's legit a little suspenseful and therefore kind of humorous.
Yeah.
It really soaks in them wondering if this gorilla's going to be friendly or goddamn kill them.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times the slow pacing actually works to the film's advantage.
Right, this is
And
one
yeah,
of my favorite
It is pretty
parts.
funny how the gorilla's reaction just flips on a dime.
He's just like, hey.
Pantaleano is like, okay, is this my test in the Matrix? Like, Neo gets the lady in the red dress and I get the gorilla? Because it ain't fair if it is!
They used that
Choice.
sound
They show a
effect
close-up
for
of a
it.
sign that reads "Don't cross the guardrails." So, anybody that kidnapped a baby and lost him at a zoo, take notes. But Mantegna tries to sneak him out while they sleep. It doesn't work.
Dang.
Should I do a third crotch shot? I'm too depressed this movie made me ask that. The baby gets out, and I will give the film a little credit. Even though this is clearly a guy in a suit, it does look a lot more convincing than the poster.
It
Like,
does.
this is at least passable in a movie. This is the lead for Rockafire Explosion.
Yeah, that gorilla costume is very convincing. It looks a lot like a real gorilla. And that's initially what I thought it was, but I don't know why I would think that. There's no way someone would let a baby interact with a real gorilla.
Could you honestly not even get a clip from the movie? Like what? I'll just put the title randomly somewhere. Boom, poster. I did that in like a second. What's wrong with you? Oh wait, I forgot. This is half Lifetime movie of the week too.
Oh yeah.
All I wanted was my baby's picture in the paper. I got my wish.
Baby's Day Out rated worst 94 film since Exit to Eden. They once again find the baby, but the cops find their car, so they try not to be conspicuous.
Beautiful
Oh
day,
yeah, I remember
You know
this
anything
scene.
about John and Elliot's breakup?
I've been having battery trouble.
Oh lord.
I think this character's goal is to stand out as the most uncomfortable creep in all of Chicago and see how long nobody notices. To be fair, it does take us a bit of time.
It's certainly working.
That's cute. You think his crotch can feel anything at this point. It's
Yeah.
been so busted up, it looks like a radioactively mangled pork sausage.
Oh, why'd you have to give that image? Come on.
This bit goes on way too long and overstays its welcome, but I do like the way he says this one line.
I'll be right with you. I just had a cramp in my leg.
It sounds like Miss Piggy getting eaten out in both meanings of that phrase.
That was actually a pretty well said line.
Why do I feel like if there wasn't a zany music, this would be a Chucky movie?
Oh!
This is basically that Joe Pesci scene where he got shot in the balls, combined with the Passion of the Christ.
Yeah,
cut to the drama of a mother
forgot
fearing
they
for her
did
missing
that.
child. That follows beautifully after Great Balls of Fire here. I'm actually shocked they didn't play that song.
Where's my little boy?
Did you see that guy's face for that one moment? Hold on.
For her missing child. That follows
I gotta see
beautifully
that.
after Great Balls of Fire here. I'm actually shocked they didn't play that song.
Holy crap, look at his face. He's like, I've been waiting to do this for a long time. My word. Or maybe he's just... Oh no.
What's he doing?
Is he setting somebody's crotch on fire? Is it cringy as hell? The only other thing a movie like this promises outside of crotch shots is construction work.
Right. Another
Sweet
classic
Pete,
scene.
what you doing up there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because that's what this movie reminds me of. It reminds me of, like, the classic Popeye cartoon where, like, the baby is, like, crawling to the construction site and Papa is trying to keep him safe, and in the turn he gets viciously hurt every step of the way. Just like in Animaniacs when Buttons, the dog, is trying to save Mindy and he gets hurt a lot of the way. So, that's what I was thinking.
Wow, even for Baby's Day Out effects, those are real Baby's Day Out effects.
Yeah. Like Baby's first day out effects. Oh, he would be very dead. What?
Of course, hijinks happen with the crooks falling over each other, and the baby
Oh.
blissfully unaware of the danger he's in.
Oh yeah, he just somehow slips through it all. And
That's
out.
Four times the crotch shot wasn't funny.
And... Ow.
The brain damage they suffered. Do you think they even remember why they wanted the baby?
Yeah.
Do they even know their names at this point?
That's a good point. I don't think... Ow. Ew.
You can't do that on television. Has been an out-of-fashion production.
The baby crawls away. We're given way too good a shot for a film like this, and the criminals seem bested once more.
Hey, we're down here.
Don't worry, we're equally gooped.
And equally undeserving of laughter. The police report on all
Yeah.
the sightings, and the nanny puts together that he's following his favorite children's book, so she knows where he's gonna go next. Because obviously the baby...
And that makes sense. Why, first of all? like, I mean, I'm just saying, how could a baby comprehend moments in a book? Yes, but the fact that like that's how you correlate where he could potentially be found. Just saying, how would that work?
Baby's geography of the city is spot on. This might be stupid.
It's the kid on television, the one that...
Come on. I kind of hate how instantly endearing this actor is.
Yeah.
He has like a minute of screen time, and already I think he's secretly Santa Claus.
He certainly could look the part.
They sing the most pitch-perfect rendition of This Is the Army, Mr. Jones.
This is the Army, Mr. Jones. No private rooms are telephone.
Sorry, someone keeps texting me for some reason.
Red October isn't as angelic as these 12 old men. And Mom and Dad are finally reunited with Bink. Christ, I still can't believe they called him that. But wait a minute,
Yeah,
I think
named
Binky's
Bink.
trying to tell us something.
That's not a boo-boo, that's a TikTok. He means his boo-boo's back there. That's where he's been.
This whole movie's a boo-boo.
What?
Boo-boo in the boo box wouldn't be as big a boo-boo as this boo-boo.
It's just like, hey, have you seen Yogi? Just, that actually be pretty funny.
Tell them to turn around. We're going back to the TikTok to get the boo-boo.
Frank, you
What?
just pretend we're filming a real movie? Can you just pretend we're not both dead inside? Didn't think so. They go to the TikTok where our villains are healing, but there's no rest for the wicked.
You're surrounded. Throw down the boo-boo.
And just a reminder, John Hughes used a different name for these films because he thought they were lesser work. This, he was proud of.
Oh.
The baby's having his picture taken tomorrow.
Say hello to old Willie for me.
Oh dear.
I found this great place called Wet
So you mean
Bandits
to tell me
Photography.
this was his magnum opus in his mind?
And that was the guy who brought us the Breakfast Club. How do you think it was? It's not good. It only has one joke of baby laughs while criminals get hurt, and most of the slapstick isn't fast enough, creative enough, or even painful enough. I know this is meant for teeny tiny
Maybe
kids,
that's why I
but
gave
even
it a
as
try
those
initially.
movies go,
I think I gave it the try initially because I like seeing these cartoonish antics in a live action setting. So maybe it was a bit forgiving about the slow pace of it initially. So I guess that's why I thought so. But I agree, yeah, the pacing is a bit slow.
it's pretty lackluster and unimaginative. Granted, there are much worse. There aren't many moments that were painful or made me angry. The acting isn't good, I guess, but I can't say it's bad either. Everyone just gives the standard performances you've seen a million times from these type of characters, but
Yeah,
admittedly,
very
I have
bland.
seen it done in a more annoying way in other flicks. It's just lame. It's a lame movie. I can't find a ton to truly despise about it, but I can't find a ton to enjoy about it either.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the real review of Baby's Day Out.
And now we're back to
Whoa,
the
what
Mandela
happened?
effect
You
stuff.
reviewed the movie.
Yeah, so that reality disappeared.
Oh, you sound disappointed.
We are! Jif Peanut Butter had a Y at the end.
Looney Tunes had 4 O's.
And Pikachu had that little black thing on the end of his tail.
Feels so wrong living in a world without him having that little black thing at the end of his tail.
It's on the tip of his ears. It should be on the tip of his tail. Look, this stuff is fun to talk about, but we shouldn't obsess over it. We should feel complete knowing we don't know everything.
Never. We need to know everything about every Mandela effect.
But they'll
Jeez.
warp your mind if you fixate too much on them.
They're everywhere. Yeah,
That is a
like
good
where?
point.
Like how the gun you tossed Malcolm earlier changed in between shots.
Wait.
Oh wow, it
when?
did.
Before you went to the portal. Don't believe me?
I don't know.
Go back and check.
I feel like if we do, you win somehow.
Okay, then don't go check it out.
He could just be saying that so we will go and check.
Okay, then
Alright,
show
I
us.
might as well. Alright, let's see.
Just kidding. Come on, you
Wait.
Come on, you
Okay, so that's how the gun looks before.
baby, stay up!
Yeah, it's kind of it looks like the same gun then.
That reality disappeared.
Yeah, that looks like a different gun.
Oh, you sound disappointed.
We are!
Between shots.
Wait, when?
Yeah, that's
Before
a
you went
very
to the
different
portal.
gun than what he was given. So yeah, he was
Don't
right.
believe me?
I don't know.
Go back and check.
I feel like if we do, you win somehow.
Okay, then don't go check it out.
He could just be saying that so we will go and check.
Okay, then show some self-control and don't go back and check.
Okay, we won't.
Well, sorry, I failed.
But you will.
Nonsense. It's just a gun in between shots.
You guys are gonna do it. I already failed and I did it, so you guys are gonna do it too. I just know it. Do it. And they're gone.
You will.
I already did. Don't worry though.
Bye bye. Oh, bye bye.
What? Oh, the cat. Yeah. No, don't shoot the cat.
We're still doing Kim.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I noticed the cat in the background during one of those scenes. That I had a feeling it was like gonna get. I thought it was gonna get involved for a second, but no, it wasn't. Yeah. No, so far, again, I remember this movie in the back of the mind. I think it was just more of a fascination over the attempt that this movie tried to do, like, a sort of Looney Tune-ish antic, but in a live-action setting, and now that I've reviewed it, I can see why it didn't work too well. I mean, yeah, I think that's what caught my eye about it initially in the first place, but, and I did remember quite a bit, like the scene with the gorilla, the burning crotch scene, which I didn't realize there were so many crotch hits in that movie. But yeah, and it's like this is definitely one of those like movies in the back of my head. So I definitely it's been a while since I've really seen it and really like judged it. So alright, well, good to know that it was a fairly lame-ish movie. That I'm kind of sad that this was the movie that was worked the hardest on, compared to the others, like Beethoven, which seemed better. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine how that would feel if, like, you worked hard on one film and then maybe not so well on the others, but the ones you didn't work so well at did better. But so, but I don't know. I mean, that happens. You know, people like different things. Some videos I make that I like to make maybe aren't as popular as the other ones I make, but that. I mean, like, that happens with a lot of channels, not just me, so... And I still want to make the content I like to make, just like that, and I didn't mean to get this to start talking about my channel. Point is, I was trying to relate to it, I promise. Again, I like making content for you guys, whether it's content between you and me that I like, or content that you specifically like. I don't mind doing it at all, because I like doing reactions for you guys. But point is, this movie wasn't as bad as... or it wasn't as good as I thought it was, and I can definitely see why. I wasn't expecting it to be super good when we really tried to judge it, so I can certainly see why Doug is upset about it. And that being said, I think overall this was a pretty good episode. So make sure to like and subscribe if you like my reaction. Make sure to support Channel Awesome and Nostalgia Critic for his videos. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!